you're the one defending Sunry now, huh? Well, the hotel's open for you. And I guess I gotta answer. The Sith woman, Alasa, rented a room in the hotel. He can't run good because he's a cripple, but he still was going... No, I don't think so. I mean, it's possible, just barely. But I would... No way I'm lying to the court just because... Yeah, I'll tell the court Sunry left before the shot went off.
I guess this is what they call working the system. Not that I'm objecting. I just hope the Cellcath don't find out about it.
Now, was there anything else you wanted? Well, okay. If you need anything else...
Coming to check in on an old man? I must confess,
Soon, old friend.
Oh, I grow weary of staring at these four bare walls. It was going... Maybe the Sith, but let's look at the... Alasa was brutally... My father! Obviously the Sith. I hope you can see how anything else Go ahead, ask. Ask what you need. I don't know what this must look like, yes. Yes, we were having an affair. I know it was wrong, but I'm a weak man. Alasa was beautiful and young. How was I to resist her charms? But I didn't kill her. I loved her. Please. I know I made a terrible mistake getting involved with Alasa. I did it, but found out later that she was dead. I don't deserve to go to jail just for having an affair, do I? You have to help me prove that I wasn't the killer. Go ahead. A Rodian? I didn't know there were any Rodians on Manan. Oh, except for Tybark and this one named Glupar who's hanging around the hotel all the time. Okay, so maybe there are a whole bunch of Rodians on Manan. But what does that matter? If he planted evidence at the scene, it's a clear sign of a frame-up. He probably took all the evidence of the real killer at the same time. The evidence of a Sith conspiracy keeps getting stronger, doesn't it? I suspect there's still stuff you ought to clear up. Go ahead, ask. Ask what you need to. I've got nothing to hide. So the truth is out. I never meant to kill her, you know. When I found out she was a Sith spy using me to gain information, that something inside me just snapped. She didn't know I had found out. So I waited until she fell asleep. And then I killed her. Simple, really. But once I realized what I'd done, I panicked. I contacted those spies from the Republic to help me. I found the illegal monitoring device that the Sith had planted in the room, altered its recording to hide my part in it, and cleared up the evidence. I figured that was the end of it. Sith must have been spying on me and Alasa, trying to make sure she wasn't a double agent. They must have seen the Republic spies getting rid of all the evidence, so they planted their own evidence. Alasa must have stolen that hero's cross from me long ago and given it to her Sith masters like some kind of trophy. I just thought I'd misplaced it. But when the cross turned up on her body, I knew the Sith had put it there. So, now you know the whole story. What are you going to do?
Sunry is a murderer. I'm sorry, old friend, but you are. I can't approve of this. You go ahead, however, if that's what you think is best.
I'm glad you decided to see reason in this. If I'm convicted, it could cause trouble for the Republic Embassy here on Manan. And none of us want that now, do we?
is an honor to see, and I will see Sunry is executed for the crime.
The man I saw leaving, Sunry, probably left after I heard the blaster shot.
The guilt of the accused is apparent even this early in the trial. You are Firith Me, the well-known Pazak player. I wonder if we can trust the word of a gambler as reliable testimony. Of course, Your Honor.
Well, I came out into the hallway after hearing the blaster shot and saw Sunry over there limping down the hall out of the building.
A very obvious point, Your Honors. The accused was seen leaving the scene of the crime after the blaster.
Yes, from what I could tell, she carried a lightsaber under that cloak of hers.
Objection! That doesn't prove she was a Jedi.
Well, he was moving pretty fast running away, but yeah, I mean, how could he kill a Sith warrior in combat? I don't know for sure. You mean actually see him kill her with my own eyes? Well, no, but I don't think there could have been anyone else there. I think it may have been. I mean, you'd have to be pretty stupid to leave something that important lying around, wouldn't you?
Glupor the Rhodian, you were staying in the hotel the night of the murder and saw Sunry leaving Alasa's room, didn't you? This is clear, then, that Sunry left the room with the Sith Elasa already dead behind him. Glupor. Don't do it, Glupor. Lies! Slander! I object!
Lupor Wonky. Lupor tanghi mamajik lupor aki ukotunsit. Lupor no mulira chuni mulira tong chubaka chupak lupor. Lupor ka chopa chawa wisyun kun. Lupor kan king davik nibora tong chits. Tong sun riking bono kun nik dorcha. Lupor wana kun list. Kingu mwa mulira dwana. Tong abogs.
You, Elora, are Sunry's lawful wife. Your husband was a hero in the last war between the Sith Empire. He was crippled in that war. Do you not believe he'd blame the Sith for his injury?
Yes, I guess he would.
And there you have motive. Sunry seeks revenge on the Sith for what they did to him and killed Elasa.
He was a good man, but his injuries pained him terribly. But he always held on. Always. I don't think he could have beaten her or anything like that. But a blaster. I just don't... Yes, he fought against the Sith in the last war. He fought bravely and was even awarded the Hero's Cross. I don't know how much that means to the Sith or to your Selkath, your honors. But in the Republic, it is awarded only to the bravest, most valorous. The kind of man who earns that medal would not kill someone in cold Yes, it was true. He was having an affair with that Sith harlot.
It seems painfully obvious that he killed her to keep her quiet about the affair.
He'd been seeing her for some time, I think. But he said he was going to change. He'd gone there that night to end it. We talked the night before and he'd promised. But now things have become so very complicated.
I wish to call forth Sunry. Are you a war hero, Mr. Sunry? You fought in wars against the Sith Empire, correct? Indeed. Would you say that you dislike the Sith?
Of course I hate them. Trying to take over the galaxy every chance they get, killing millions of innocents?
Pure politics. Were you in Elasa's room on the night of the murder?
Well, yes, I was. I had been having an affair with Elasa and my wife, yes. But I realized how wrong I'd been, and I was going there to end it.
You were having an affair with a Sith, you wanted to end it quickly and quietly, so you killed her from behind and tried to flee.
No,
I think we can see the answer clear enough, Mr. Sunry.
Of course she was. Why would a young, beautiful Sith woman get with an old cripple? I don't know. The medal had gone missing some time ago. I never found out what happened to it. It's possible the Sith had stolen it and had it planted on the...
Supposition, Your Honors?
Yes, I think they would. They wouldn't want to lose one of their sources, even though I didn't give them anything. They might have killed her for her failure. Or they might have thought she'd turn against them or something like that.
The Sith Empire is not the barbaric institution you portray it to be. I think the facts in this case are very straightforward. Sunry was having an affair with Elasa. He sought to end it, and witnesses saw Sunry fleeing the scene, and material evidence places... I am confident that any informed observation of the facts will lead the... Oh, that doesn't mean a thing. He was there. The Sith would not leave the medal of her killer clutched in her... Objection!
Sunry.
No, Your Honors. I demand that...
This is why we Mandalorians don't have courts. We prefer to settle...
Sunry.
I'm here.
What?
What do you want? I don't waste time with fans. So if this is about an autoprint, wait a minute. You're no fan. You're the racer that killed my time. Why What? Are you threatening me? On Manan? You're not getting anything out of me on this planet. Selkat have cameras everywhere. You'd just be locked up for trying.
Have you managed to retrieve the data from our droid in the Sith base? Excellent. It does not appear to have been tampered with. And now for your information. We are not supposed to speak of this, but since you are a Jedi and we have exhausted all the other options, I think I can entrust you with this. As you know, the Republic is fighting for its very existence against the evil of the Sith Empire. As you also undoubtedly know, we're doing very poorly. We need much in the way of supplies and material to stem the tide of battle and bring us... Manan is the sole source of Kolto, the most powerful medical substance in the galaxy. Frankly, we need as much of it as we can get. The Selkath conservatives, with their neutrality treaties, seek to treat the Sith and the Republic equally. This includes... But a few more far-sighted Selkath see that if the Sith are ever allowed to win, the galaxy will be plunged into darkness, and there would be nothing to stop them from taking Manan anyway. So we made a deal. We recently began construction of a secret underground facility to harvest Kolto directly at its source. We also hope to one day be able to synthesize it effectively. Current techniques are insufficient for the task, so we must mine it for now. The amount we take would hardly be noticed, since most is lost naturally before it reaches the surface anyway. We were nearing completion of the base when the digging teams reported some sort of obstruction. An ancient building or artifact, possibly your star map. Transmissions from the base were cut off abruptly after that, and we haven't heard from the station. As you may have noticed, we're hiring a lot of mercenaries around here. Ostensibly, they're to be shipped off-world to aid in our fight against the Sith, but they're really for another purpose. When we lost contact with the station in the Brackard Rift, we sent our contingent of Republic soldiers down to investigate. None returned. We've tried hiring mercenaries and sending them down as well, but none of those expeditions have returned either. The reason we really sent that droid underwater, and the reason we needed its data back so badly, was to find out what happened to the Brackard Rift station. But now that we have the data back, our operation is in no danger of exposure to the Sith. And now I must live up to... I took the liberty of having a submarine prepared for your departure. Merely use this card to get past the door behind our Kolto packing room and enter the sub therein. It has been programmed to take you down to the station, and also to take you back up should you need something. I would send soldiers to assist you, but we've lost many of ours, and nearly exhausted the mercenary population of this planet. The soldiers we have are barely enough to keep this basic. The Sith have also noted our interest and begun to bribe mercenaries away from us. Please, find out what happened to the facility. There may be some survivors left out there. Perhaps even the head scientist, Kono Nolan. Good luck in your effort.
Winki smak doma. Ja tylko. Laboda na winki smak doma. Oba. Aciuape. Ciwi ai. Oba.
How did you get in? Did they send another submersible? Quick, we have to get up. No! No, we have no time. We have to leave now. I managed to close the door after they killed everyone else, but I don't know how long it will hold. We have to! We have to leave! The Cellcath, they went crazy. They started killing anything that moved. Someone must have triggered the defense systems too, because all the droids activated as well. I was one of the mercs the Republic sent down here to find out what happened. We came down and secured the first couple of rooms. There were bodies everywhere, and the Cellcath came out, screaming and croaking their fishy little war cries. They swarmed out and over us. There was no way we could stop them. So we ran. But hardly any of us made it. I locked the door behind us, but the others had already left. The sharks. The Ferox are out there, and worse. I heard an explosion shortly after the submersible left. They didn't make it. Just food for the sharks and the Cellcath. Like us. No! I locked the door so the Cellcath won't get in. If you open it, we're all done for. If you go in there, you're dead. You're all dead. If you want to die.
Don't get your hopes up too high. I have no intent.
Sure.
I'm here.
Yes?
Is somebody out there? Fishy? Fish? Investigate? You're just like the others. Fodder for the Selkath. Walk and fish next. Trump, trump, trump. If you can run, you might...
The Selkath went insane and started killing everybody. I locked myself in here. I'm safe in here.
No. Only the ones left in the south part of the base might still be alive, or where the Kolto is. Few fishies there, but many fishies. No. Only the one... Don't know. Go ask them. When the demon screamed, it shook every mind in the station. We fell to the ground but survived. Fishies, though, they just got hungry. No. Only the one... Don't know. Go ask them. When the... No. Only the one... Bye-bye. Go look for fishy. Is somebody out there? Oh, you'd like that, wouldn't you? I walk out and bam! Selkath swarm in from everywhere, ripping and rending. No, my friend.
When the Selkath went insane...
No, you can't harm me in here. I'm invincible. Ah!
you
Didn't work.
What can I do? I'm here.
Yes? No problem. Didn't work. No problem. Didn't work. No problem. Didn't work. No problem. Didn't work.
I can see that much. Are you another rescue? I'm a merc the Republic hired a couple days ago to investigate. But all we found was a bunch of insane cell-caps killing everything that moves. All my companions are dead. The cell-caps swarmed over us. There were dozens of them. And they looked wrong somehow. Like something had changed. Oh, I'd have gone back to the surface long ago if this complex hadn't been overrun by all those crazy cell-caps. There's no way for me to get to the submarine docking bay. I discovered a way to get to the bay and seal off the rest of the base. I just have to find the Kolto harvester they built on the edge of the Harakert Rift. It's got an emergency override to open the doors to the submarine docking bay. And I could get in from the outside. I figured my only chance was to slap on an environment suit, head out onto the ocean floor, and check that harvester out for myself. Besides, it's gotta be safer out on the ocean floor than back in there with all those crazed cell-cap mutants running around looking for dinner. I'm not spending another minute in this. I'm heading out to the ocean floor right now. It leads to another complex of buildings. Going through them is we should probably stick together. But I won't wait around in here with the cell-cap. You can catch up with me if you want. Down the hall and through the doors on the right. I'll be waiting on the ocean floor where it's safe.
have to keep moving. The water is filled with... Ow! Ah!
You can't come in here. You'll let the Firaxa and the Selkath in. No, stay out! Stay out! I won't let you open the door for those monsters to get in. I'll stop you. I'll suck all the pressure out of the chamber. That'll stop you.
60 seconds to complete depressurization. 54 seconds to complete.
No. The Firaxa will get us. No, the Selkath are coming.
No! No! Ah, no!
You... Sammy, calm down. I don't think they're here to...
Kono! Are they...
Yes, I think they're here to... I'm sorry for what I did. I don't know what came over me. I just panicked when
We're both just scared.
When the Selkath went crazy, I thought everyone else except me and Sammy went mad. We had a few people outside the station when it happened.
The Firax and Sharks just tore them apart. It was like they were frenzied.
The next thing we knew, our Selkath researchers started screaming and clawing at everything around them. My team was torn apart and eaten before my eyes. Sammy and me, I thought we were the only ones left. We heard the
We thought everyone was dead. Dead or insane. I must have been hysterical. I don't know what I can say.
I'm Kono Nolan, and this is Sammy. We were scientists working here on the Harakard Rift. Look, I'm sorry. I have just been under a lot of strain recently. You know, the whole...
Kono, calm. Don't talk to him like that. We've gone through a lot, and we said we were sorry for the
I'm sorry for my action. A star map? I don't know anything about a star map down here. But we can't go anywhere near those now. Maybe that's why it all...
We don't know. Not for sure.
The work teams were outside in the rift, near the vent. Then there was this rumbling and my head felt like it was splitting open.
This monster...
It was a Firaxa shark, I think. Bigger than anything I'd ever seen before. Bigger than our submersibles. Then all the Selkaths started screaming too. And they turned... It was like they couldn't control themselves. Like the sound that the monster was making in our heads.
Well, maybe it was protecting the ruins by the rift.
It could have been. It might have a lair in the Harakard Rift near the Kolto vent. That might explain a few things too. Like why it reacted so violently when our construction efforts got closer to the vent. And also, why it's so large. It must be feeding off the Kolto. Would have to be ancient indeed for it to reach that size. With
And all those other Firaxan sharks? Those might be its offspring.
Which would be why they all swarmed when it called out to them. Children coming to protect their mother. I don't know. It must still be out there.
Out there, waiting for us.
The Firaxan sharks have always been a serious problem. We had some blasters and projectile cannons to defend against them, but They still got some of our workers from time to time.
We were working on a soluble chemical compound that would drive them away. Something that smelled or tasted repulsive to them.
Oh, I think not. Even flawed like it is, it should be ideal for this situation.
No, it's not working right. You don't know what it'll do. The repellent we made was supposed to drive Firaxan sharks away, but we never got very far in its development. The one we tested instead was violently toxic to them, rupturing their outer skin in seconds and preventing them from drawing oxygen from the water by clogging their intakes.
Which is exactly what we need in this situation. Something to kill that monster shark that destroyed our station. We know exactly what it'll do. It'll kill the shark. That's what we designed it to. You don't need to do anything else. We have a canister of the toxin here right now. We were working on it before the giant Firaxan drove all the Selkath insane. All you need to do is insert it into the main Kolto harvester and have it vented. Get away as soon as you can. We don't know how much worse it...
Well, the monster seems to have been driven out by the machinery we installed at the edge of the rift. We've seen it out there on the cameras, bashing itself against the machines. I think if you could destroy the machinery we installed, the shark would calm down and retreat back into its lair inside the rift. You can reprogram the harvesting machines to overpressure their self-oxidizing fuel so that the fuel tank canisters will rupture and the entire machine will destroy itself. The hydrolium gas we use is a gas at 1 to 3 million sangin, a liquid at about 4 million sangin, and a solid above that. When it's a liquid, it's very explosive. If you inject enough of the hydrolium gas into the tank, the pressure will be so great that it'll turn to liquid form and start a chain reaction inside the machine.
But we'll lose everything we've built here.
It's better than whatever your chemical will do to the water. What? No! Run, Kono, he's one of them!
Oh!